is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Driving with Randy. I believe, honest to God, I think it's episode 37, but I'm pretty notorious for not knowing what episode we're on. So we're going with episode 37. What is poppin'? My name is Road Rage Randy. For those of you that have never joined in, I've been slacking. Been really slacking on the podcast. I haven't really been motivated to put them out, and that has nothing to do with like the kind of numbers I'm getting in. It's just, as I stated, man, this house is selling everything. They're moving, so they're just selling everything for like dirt cheap. Okay, that ain't dirt cheap. I mean, that's a trailer for $750. That's not necessarily dirt cheap. But anyways, I've been kind of struggling with things to come up with. My health the past 4 or 5 days has not been the greatest. For those of you that have tuned into the podcast before, around episode maybe 13, maybe episode 13 to episode 19 or so, I was undergoing some medical issues. That was right about when the podcast came out. It came out a month after, and I started having a whole bunch of medical issues. I fainted at the eye doctor. I kind of, the past 4 days, have had a feeling in my head again that's like bad. Like it's the same type of feeling I was having. It is like 20 times less severe. It's nowhere close to as bad as it was in May. In May, I was down for the count. I just wanted to stay in bed. I'm capable of living life right now. I don't know what it is. I'm just kind of seeing if it'll pass again. I'm giving it a week before I go see a doctor, make an appointment or anything. So hopefully it's gone by then and it's nothing to worry about. As of today, right now, as I speak, I am feeling fantastic. I'd say about 95%. I'm able to just live my life. What do we got in store today? Well, first off, we're going to hit the grocery store up. I need to buy a new water. I'm big on the gallon a day. I haven't really drank much today, but we're going to get some water. We're going to get a slight snack. Maybe like, the hell are we doing just sitting here? We got 4 cars just fucking sitting here. It's an intersection. Move. Okay. All right. Great. We are back driving. We're going to stop at the store. I'm going to pull up a random question generator, and we're going to get maybe 2 or 3 questions off of that and see if we can talk. For those of you that are unaware, I did something similar to this. I don't remember what episode it was, but maybe episode 24? I know the episode is called If I Had 24 Hours to Live. What if I had 24 hours to live? Some along those lines. And I thought it went over really well. And some of my viewers thought it went over well as well. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to read off some reviews. We got some text reviews. I'm going to read those off as soon as I make a stop and get my water. This guy, go. Oh, thanks, bud. I just gave him the gun, a little snappy gun thing. I'm trying to bring that back. You know what? Dude, he waved to me. The crazy biker guy. Does every other town have a crazy biker guy? Because this guy, man, if you live in my town, you know the crazy biker guy. He'll be going down the road. He'll have headphones in, but they won't be plugged into anything. They'll just be dangling, and he'll be waving at everybody. I don't know the truth of what happened to him. I have heard a car incident, but he's super nice. I've spoken to him. He loves his bike, and he loves biking around. He's just the crazy biker dude. He blue bike, living the dream. Okay, you, sir, ma'am, better not go, because, that lady knows. That lady knows people cut into the wrong lane. I, for one, am a good driver. I cut into the right lane, but people do not. But yeah, we'll pull up the question generator. We'll read some reviews. I am at my God damn it! All right, we gotta let this car go. All right, perfect. We are parked. I've gotten a lot better at parking. Like, it's gotten better. I will be right back. I always do this. I do like an intro while I'm on my way to the grocery store. I get my stuff, and then I actually start the podcast. So that's kind of a common theme as well. So I will be back momentarily, and we'll get this started. Yo, we're back. And let me tell you, I was gone for like a whole 2 minutes, and the what do you call it? My headphone's steaming. I got some sweet and hot beef jerky. I have never had it, so we are going to be looking forward to it. I'm going to pull up I forget what was on the agenda today. I was going to read the reviews, which I can't do because my Wi-Fi is not on right now, so, or my internet. Just had to post something to my Snapchat story there. Alright, so we are gonna go ahead, random. What is your favorite candy? I can't really, okay, we'll talk about that. The ideal way to celebrate your birthday. And if you could be any celebrity, who would it be? I like that one. I actually really like that one. So let's go ahead, bust open this sweet and hot beef jerky, because I'm pretty pumped for it. Let's start the car. There's like none in here, but I'm not sure about the hotness. Oh, there's like a line of cars. So sweet, yes. Hot, I've had hotter. I gotta concentrate. Okay, there's a little bit kick to it actually once you swallow. It's not ridiculously hot though. When I was down in Greensboro, for example, one of my friends, he had some hot sauce, and now I can handle hot sauce, like a guy, or hot things. So a guy at work, he grows peppers, and a guy on my shift buys those peppers and makes salsa. And hurry up. Oh, if I miss this green light, I'm going to be upset. Hurry up! Go! Okay. We made it. But he grows like Carolina Reapers and ghost peppers, and then this guy buys them, grinds them up, and puts it into salsa. I can handle that. It's delicious is what it is. It is also very hot. Let's see, at Buffalo Wild Wings, one of my friends one time ordered the sampler, and he got, what is it, garlic habanero or something? It's one of the ones right below blazing, and he tried his heart out he's like, it's not going to be too hot. And he tried his heart out to finish it, and he just couldn't do it. There was 3 left, and he's like, I'll give you $10 if you eat that. I'm like, I'll do it, and I won't drink water for a half hour. I did it. Not a problem. They were hot, but I don't know, I can handle it. But in Greensboro, one of my friends, Andre definitely doesn't listen to this, but shout out to Andre. He had some, I think it was ghost pepper and habanero pepper. The hot sauce had ghost pepper and habanero extract in it. And I had a little bit. The difference between the hot sauce and the the salsa I'm used to, or the wings, for example, the hot sauce actually dried my mouth out. Like, the others don't do that. It's just hot. But this hot sauce that I had, it legitimately dried my mouth out. It was pretty good. Again, I didn't use water. I like, it's a mind over matter kind of a ordeal, I think. You just go into it knowing it's hot, and that's what you do. You just eat it and suffer. That's how I like it. That's how I like my food. I like to suffer while I eat it if it's hot. Anyways, yeah, this beef jerky isn't bad at all. I would recommend it. It's a comfortable kick to it. It's definitely got some kind of a spice to it that leaves in your mouth. So it has some kind of a kick, which is great. I think that's how I enjoy my food. I don't like food just bland. I like it when I make spaghetti. I put so much red peppers on that. Like, I don't know. That's just what I do. Yeah, this is really good. Beef jerky is really freaking expensive, though. I think this was $6 for a little container. I remember one day I was trying to find some like good quality beef jerky for cheap online. Couldn't find it. And actually, I was at the mall this weekend, and we went to a beef. I need to. That's what we forgot to do. I was with my girlfriend. She wanted to go to the beef jerky store. We walked in, and then we said we'll come back later, and then we never went back. So, good call. Good call. I will 100% have to text her after the show. But yeah, there was a sign at that store that said it takes 3 pounds of meat to make 1 pound of beef jerky. So like dehydrating it really takes a lot out of it. And I can see that's why it's expensive. But it's freaking delicious, especially this stuff. I will actually, a guy on Twitter, he makes beef jerky. I don't know if he sells it, but I see people get it in the mail all the time. Maybe you got to be like friends with him or something. I'm not good friends with him, but we could use him for his jerky. Actually, driving right now, let me tell you, driving right now, it's peaceful. I'm used to like just absolutely blasting the music and driving to work. Nothing right now. I'm just talking to you guys. And I haven't done that in a bit. Comfortably, at least. I believe my last episode I was pretty sick while I recorded it, so it was kind of half-assed. Well, it was fully put together at the time, but now that I look back at it, it was kind of half-assed. So let's go ahead and get to one of the questions. The first question was, what is my favorite candy? Yeah, I remembered all 3 of these questions. So my favorite candy, as most of you guys know, if you don't know and you're a fan of the podcast, I highly recommend you go back and listen to the 2 episodes. One is called I Sent an Angry Letter to Warheads. And then I have another episode like 2 episodes later where I talk about Warheads Wrote Me Back. Warheads are my favorite candy. Oh, Jesus. You guys don't want to hear that. But, yeah. I like Warheads. Why do I like Warheads? Again, it's kind of a struggle to eat it. They're sour. That's like the theme of this. I like things that are a struggle to eat. Things that are hot. Things that are sour. It's just, it makes it more fun. Eating is just eating, but if you struggle, it's more fun. Yeah, Warheads. I don't know. There's not a whole lot to talk about them. They're just God's gift. So next question. I believe next question Well, what's the ideal way to celebrate a birthday? And if you guys have heard my episode where I go in and discuss, if you guys have heard my episode where I discuss what I do in my 24 hours to live, I'd say that's ideal. What the hell? There's a lady. They were on a motorcycle on the other side of the highway, and she was like flexing. I mean, whatever you flexing on, lady, you do you. I don't want to talk too much about that question, about the ideal birthday. Just because I have a podcast where I talk about what a perfect day would be like. I feel like that'd be very similar in the sense, and just because it's my birthday. You know what? To be honest, I want to say I recorded that episode on my birthday, though. Was it that? I want to say I recorded it on my birthday. So, I mean, it only makes sense. But, God, I don't know, something in that beef jerky really hit me there. Let me go ahead and move on to the third question, which we can get a little more in depth in. It was, if you could, my beef jerky's gone. I feel like I got ripped off. $6 for that amount of beef jerky. I'd rather shoot something and make the beef jerky myself. That was really freaking good, though. I understand why. God, that was delicious. And I'm going to go back tomorrow and buy $6 worth of beef jerky again at that rate, because that was delicious. Oh, baby! I know, I'm getting distracted from the question, but we have... How many engines are on that? We have 2 DPUs on this train. There's probably one in the middle. There's a double stack rolling through the train yard right now. Intermodal double stack. I can't tell where it's coming from or where it's going. Sometimes you can tell based on what is on it. Like, you know, when UPS trucks are on here, typically they're coming from Chicago if they're heading the certain direction. But yeah, it's cool to see a double stack. Usually we only see General Manifest trains roll through there. If you guys know, I see Amtrak every night at 9:30 if I'm on my way home. It is time to pop open the water, though. I need to drink a little bit. Dehydrated. But yeah, celebrity for a day. I'm doing more of that rambling stuff that I'm famous for. You guys listen to the podcast, you know I ramble. That's some good water. That is some fresh water. You guys take a random guess. I know some of you that listen to the podcast will 100% know which celebrity I would want to be for a day. And, all right, your guesses are over. Joe Rogan. None other than Joe Rogan. That's the man I'd want to be. I think I've talked about him in other episodes. I absolutely love his podcast. I will say I have been listening to less Joe Rogan since he stopped doing them live and started pre-recording. I don't know. I used to see him go live and I'd just pop it open and I'd listen for a while. It'd kind of pique my interest and I just keep listening. And now that he doesn't go live and he just uploads them, I'm kind of like, well, it's there. I'll listen to it when I'm ready. But yeah, I think the reason for picking Joe, he's got a great podcast. I think his podcast, especially his old episodes, like anything below 500 is just absolutely great. Don't get me wrong, I like the newer episodes as well, but back when he was a little more open about conspiracy, and he was just... I will tell you, I do not listen to his advertisements now. Back on episode, like, 300, you know, like, I'm talking, like, back when he was sponsored by Fleshlight. I believe he was by some web hosting company as well. Back when he was sponsored by all of them, I would listen to the ads. And a big part of that is because he made them fun. Now, the ads are very, you know, it's an advertisement. It's what you'd hear on the radio. It's not, you know, it used to be them dicking around a little bit. You know what? I'm going to have a little, I'm getting sidetracked. The person behind me, their windshield is cracked. I got my windshield fixed today. I mean, you can still see the crack, but it's filled, so it's not like it's going to crack anymore. He told me like 9 out of 10 times they won't crack. If it's cracked, come see him. So, that's the plan. It looks great. You can't see it from the outside. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got on that. We'll get back to Joe Rogan. But yeah, Joe, he seems like a genuinely nice guy. He's got his everything figured out, and he comes across as that. He's got a happy family, which is something I aim for in life. Just, he seems overall like a happy human being. And he gets to talk with all these great people. Like, don't get me wrong. I am very happy with my life. I love my life. But just the way Joe is doing it is different. It's a different kind of... I love the people I get to talk to, but he gets to talk to some great people, like people that are well known. And I think that's something that would be absolutely fantastic to do, as I do like talking to people, which is actually something I never used to do. I've definitely grown my wings and learned to talk with random people. We still have to get a guest on this show so I can show you my people skills, and not that I'm a psycho that talks to myself in the car. Anywho, let's continue. Other things I like about Joe Rogan, why I'd want to live. It'd have to be on a weekend he commentates for the UFC. Like, that would be spectacular. You guys know I went to UFC Minneapolis. Great experience besides the transport issue. If you guys got time, go check out I'm just plugging all my own podcasts today. Check out my podcast where I rant about the Metro Transit and how shitty it is. I was an angry man that night. But the UFC, it was absolutely great to see, and he'd get to see a high-level card. Like, our card was great, but he'd get to see a pay-per-view and commentate that. He'd get to go interview all the fighters. And I think that would be a blessing. God dang it. I need to get over a couple lanes because we're driving slow in this lane, apparently. New, as of recent, Minnesota has passed a bill that if you are driving slow and obstructing traffic in the left lane, you can get a ticket for it. So, with that being said, I am in the right lane right now. I do not drive in the left lane unless I'm exiting the highway. Or entering. Sometimes you gotta enter on the left. Yeah, buddy. We got a Wisconsin driver in front of us. They don't know what they're doing. Just saying. It's not shots at anybody or anything, but I'm just saying. Anywho, Joe Rogan. I think it would be an absolute blessing to be him for one day. I'd have to have a great guest on the podcast. Honestly, Alex Jones. I'd get Alex Jones on the podcast. Those podcasts are fucking great. You guys gotta admit it. I don't care if you like the guy. I don't care if you agree with him politically. He's great. He's a character. It is pure entertainment. And I don't know. I don't think anybody does. I think Joe Rogan, that's the guy that got me into podcasts. And I think it would be absolutely great to be him for a day. I think that's all I got to say about him and those 3 questions. I think it was kind of a short podcast given where I'm at. I don't know. I didn't really hit any traffic, so I don't think it might be about 20 minutes or so right now. It might be 18. I'm not going to check because we are a hands-free state. But in the future, I'm going to leave some reviews. I'm going to read those out because people took time out of their day to write them, and they made me smile, every single one of them. I believe we are 5 stars on iTunes with 9 5-star reviews, which is absolutely incredible given the quality and the content of this podcast. So I want to thank you all very much who have taken time out of their day to rate this bad boy 5 stars and write a review. I am going to dip out. I'm going to go ahead and plug my Twitter as per usual. You can follow me there at Thoughts by Randy. And maybe people don't know how to spell that. That's why I don't get followers. But THOUGHTSBYRANDY. Thoughts by Randy. All one word. You know it's me if it's got a sexy picture of me as the icon and it says Vostok as my name. You can go head on over to the Reddit, which I don't check because there was only 2 of us, but you're more than welcome to head on over there. We are at reddit.com/r/drivingwithrandy. That's all I got. Head on over to iTunes. Leave this is a 3-star episode, 100%. Leave a 3-star episode. As a reminder, new episodes Mondays and Fridays. God bless you all for tuning in. Peace.